Yo, 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 yo. You know what it is? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Reporting live from the Dogon. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Follow the movement on Instagram at MACK_82. The links will be in the description. But yeah, real quick, this is a session of Mac Minutes, and I want to talk about black men and mental health. I saw someone on Facebook. They posted this video of a black man saying that, I'm a millennial. He was saying pretty much the millennials and back. They are a generation of black. They're generations of black men that are hyper emotional. They don't practice a lot of restraint. And he pretty much was saying like these same black men are killing our black daughters. And by that he was just essentially saying like, look. I mean, just to summarize what I'm saying, he was saying essentially we have generations of black men who don't necessarily have the mental fortitude of prior generations of black men. And he's saying they're hyper emotional, super sensitive, and pretty much they're taking out their rage and their anger on black women. Now, I would say, within the past 3 weeks, there have been many instances where you have black women who are in relationships and they're being killed by their black male partner. I acknowledge that. I see that pattern, and I guess my thing is what I really feel like is essentially what's going on is I feel like we have a lot of black men who define their self-worth below the waist. And by that, meaning they put their self-worth largely in their sexuality, largely in their ability to physically please a woman. They base their self-worth off of things that are very shallow and very empty, that don't have long-term value. How many women can I pull? How many women can I, have? How many women? Pretty much like how many women can I have? I guess, in my contacts. How many women are in my to use pimp lingo? How many women are in my stable? And am I able to please these women physically? How much money do I have? I feel like everything that's just like hyper distorted in context of masculinity, black men are defining their self-worth and their value in context of that. And I think a lot of times when there's a lot of testosterone, hyper testosterone, but there's not a lot of wisdom, things get dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is you have a lot of black men that are in relationships with black women, and everything is not murder, death, kill, homicide. It's just recently there have been instances, and I'm not saying it just started now, but now there are instances reported on the news where black women have been getting murdered by their black male partner. And I guess what I'm saying is like that's not the norm. That's not everyday scenario. And I think sometimes the media, they'll go on this campaign sharing certain information, and then people think, oh, well damn, like everybody's like this. All black men want to harm black women. It's like, no, that's not the case. But again, I think mental health, it needs to become less taboo among black men. But I think that, and understand, I'm not using mental health as a scapegoat. I'm just saying you have black men who don't manage their feelings. They don't know how to manage their emotions. So everything is just strike, 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 strike. Oh, you want to challenge me? I'm gonna show you how much of a man I am. So there's like this hyper distortion, this false narrative, this false understanding of masculinity, and I think it's destructive not only to black women or the black family structure, it's destructive to black men, and I think there's nothing wrong with therapy. There's nothing wrong with needing to take medication. I think Derrick Rose even said how he realized, he has PTSD. And the thing is, you have a lot of black men that are institutionally oppressed, systemically oppressed. Their humanity is the last thing that's even acknowledged. And I think we're just at this stage where everything is coming to a head, where you have a lot of black men who are angry, don't even know why they're angry, and they feel boxed in, they feel trapped. And anyone that feels trapped is gonna just latch out, whatever, and do something crazy. So my thing is, any black man that's watching this, I need you to surround yourself with people that you genuinely care about, that you genuinely trust, that you can be open and vulnerable with, because you can't hold all this stuff in. It's like what Sigmund Freud said, again, the emotions you don't confront come out in uglier forms. And I think a lot of times black men, we feel as though, we can't be vulnerable, we can't talk, we can't even tell our partners this, because it's, in essence, in the heat of an argument, things are said, and we feel as though everything that we were transparent about towards you, in essence, like, you use it against us. So we feel as though, you know what? I can't be vulnerable. I can't be transparent to anyone. I'm gonna keep this shit in, and I'm gonna figure it out. But the thing is this: a lot of men, like, they don't have this inherent psychiatric / psychologist skill or understanding. So they self-medicate, and they drink, smoke, and I'm not talking about cigarettes, but there is this false narrative that black men have, and there's this a lot of unhealthy coping mechanisms that black men have, and it's like, even in my own mental health, like, I've noticed that like, sometimes I feel like, as a man, especially as a black man, I always my self-worth is constantly on the chopping block. It's constantly being tested, and it's like, as a human being, like, if you're constantly walking around thinking, I gotta prove to you that I'm worth respecting, I gotta prove to you that I'm worth loving, I gotta prove to you that I ain't no punk, you can't run over me, like, that whole cosmology is unhealthy, and it's like, I guess the thing is, like, there needs to be a reconstruction, like a mass healing for black men. And it's like, some of the women who are uber feminists, I acknowledge the pain and the things that they've been through, but I need them to understand a lot of the psychology of black men is there's a lot of hyper distortion, and I'm not making excuses. What I'm saying is, we can go back and forth. We can play the oppression limits all day. You hurt me, I hurt you. But until we get to the source and the root of our pain, and until we develop a ways of managing our hurt, managing our pain in healthy ways, this tit for tat thing is gonna go all day. And the thing is, like, nobody's winning. And I've always said, I don't, and maybe I'm wrong for feeling this way, but I don't feel as though my social realities as a black man exist independently of the social realities of black women. But yeah, these are just my thoughts. I hope I'm connecting with somebody, and I hope that they understand, like, we need healing. Black men and black women alike, we need healing. And we're on the same team. There are no like that. Like, it's not a situation where you know, all is well on one side and just forget the other side. No, like we have to pull each other up as black men and black women collectively. You know, if you get a chance, read the story of Geb and Newt. It's Egyptian mythology. You know, but I think it speaks to black male and black female interaction. You know, but yeah, I could be here all night talking about this. But yeah, to all my brothers, I want y'all to understand you are loved. You matter, and the things that you feel don't need to be dismissed. They need to be understood, processed, and confronted in healthy ways. So yeah, I know somebody hear me. what Tupac say, holla if you hear me. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Follow the movement on Instagram at MACK_TV_82. It's the homie, your bro, the servant, Mac, music, art, culture, knowledge. Peace and love to all. Be blessed. Signing out from the Dogon.